All right, welcome back, and it's still Dialogue in Diaspora, coming to you live from Ben Television, and we're still on 2019. I'm now joined by other guests here. I'm joined by Honorable Babs Fakunda. Honorable Babs Fakunda is a politician and a political analyst, and Chukwudi Wabuko, a journalist. Honorable Babs, thank you for joining us on the program today.
Thank you so much.
And Chukwudi, thank you for joining us on the program
Thank
today.
you very much.
Let me start with you, Honorable Babs. Towards 2019, has Nigeria learned any lessons at all?
I cannot say entirely that we haven't learned any lesson, because it's a progress in transit, if I may put it that way, if it is appropriate for me to put it that way.
Yeah.
Whatever experience we have in life, be it negative or positive, there must be a lesson to be learned. We have learned a lot of lesson from the way the previous leaders in ACN and other political parties in Nigeria fused together to form this mega party that is not ready to actually rule for the benefits of the masses. They were hell-bent on getting to power. They were hell-bent on getting rid of the incumbent, but they did not have the program, social development program, to actually alleviate the situation of Nigeria from where it was to where we believe they should have taken it by now.
Chukwudi, will that be right that the current party, as of the time they were vying to take over the leadership, the reign of government, did not have the program? Or was it that they had a blueprint, but probably implementation was the issue? How would you put it? Would you agree with him in his submission?
Well, to an extent, because from what we have seen, even now, at that time, the political parties don't really have a program. If you look at what is happening now, the parties are programmed to just produce, to get power. And then when you get to power, what do you do with the power?
What do you mean they didn't have a program? They had manifesto.
Yeah, manifesto.
I think manifesto should be the program of a party.
Yeah, manifesto is supposed to be a program of the party. If you look at it, most of the Nigerian political party manifestos are copycats of each other. There is no genuine ideology. What's a manifesto is an ideology, the logical background. What do you want to do in power? So
if you pick up a manifesto of Conservative Party now, you will see clear difference from the manifesto of either the Labour Party or the Liberal Democrats. So you're saying in Nigeria, there's no much difference between the manifesto. You cannot say this is conservative, this is liberal, or this is...
No, it doesn't. That is why it is so easy for them to cross carpets, to move from one party to the other. Somebody who is elected as a governor under a political party, under 1 month you are in power, or 2 months, 3 months, you change over to a different party. Does that make any sense? If you had a program on which you have voted for, you will try to implement that program.
Based on ideology.
Based on ideology. But what you have in Nigeria are political parties as just mechanism for actualizing of power, to get power, and what comes out of it is the person's own idea, what I should do in power. For example, now, if you go back to what's happening in Imo State, it is the idea of the man in power, in the governor, that I should be erecting statues. You know, so there is no kind of ideology. There is nothing grounded. They do what they want to do. Nobody hold them responsible for the actions or what they do in power, because there is nothing to hold them on. As now, we are now trying to see people coming out for 2019. They're not doing that based on ideology or any kind of party manifesto. They want to cross carpets or move to different political parties in order to get power. When they get power, what happens after? The whole system continues, same thing continue. Nothing happens. You have a budget in a particular year, 80% of the budget is on recurrent expenditure, 20% or less is on capital expenditure. That is not how a country develops. So unless we have an ideological driven parties, Nigeria will not make a headway.
Honorable, since 1999, would it be right to say the different political parties that have emerged have not emerged on the basis of ideology? All those politicians will tell you they've got ideologies. Is it true that political parties in Nigeria are not strictly on ideology?
You see, we are much more of theory-based kind of society. Majority of our intellectuals, they do not actually, they couldn't transcend education beyond theoretical perspective. And the same social innate streams into politics. There are ideologies in Nigeria, but what really obtains in Nigerian politics is personality. We build personality, and based on that particular or group of personalities, candidates, seek allegiance. Like, okay, let me give you an example. Like in your state, they talk about Adedibu faction. That was when Adedibu was alive. Adedibu. They talk about Ladoja faction. They talk about Alhaji Yekini Adeojo faction. Politicians and candidates and supporters, they follow these leaders religiously. They work with these leaders to actualize their dreams in politics. So we build personalities in Nigerian politics. We do not build ideology, which is very, very wrong. We have ideology, but we don't have it beyond theory. The four citadels, the four walls of the citadels of learning. And once we come out of there and we cannot actually translate what we actually learned in the universities into developing the society, then there will be a problem. So it's a personality that we build in Nigeria. We do not build ideology. Like recently, when they were clamoring that they wanted. Let me use my own personal example. They wanted me to come to ADP. I was in PDP before. So I said, look, I cannot just join you like that. I have a particular ideology that I subscribe to, but due to lack of performance of the current party that I belong to, I am not too happy. But having said that, I cannot move like that to ADP if I do not know the ideology that you guys are going to use to actualize your manifesto in government. So they said, okay, no problem, that they will get somebody to talk to me. Eventually, I spoke to the party chairman. In fact, sorry, the party chairman actually called me. I asked him the question, and he gave me a very brilliant answer. He said, we are tired of lack of performance in Nigeria, and the best way forward for us, with our commitment to youth and women, the best way for us is to use free market ideals to propel our initiatives and our ideology and our plans and social development initiatives that we have to develop Nigeria and the Nigerian people. And he actually explained further, and I can see that they are ideologically based and they are serious about improving the situation of the youth and women. And I said, yeah, fine, I'll be part of you. You understand? And that was how I moved from PDP to ADP.
Chukwudi, the issue of moving, we just had one of the political bigwigs in Nigeria moved from the ruling party at the moment. We don't know where it's going. Why do Nigerian politicians find it very easy to cross carpet? Does it have any impact on the political system?
Well, thank you so much. I remember what I said before. I said that because of the fact that we lack basic ideological orientation in the political parties, the politicians find it so easy to move across parties. having said that, I think that the movement we are seeing now is based on the fact, as also said, that they see the political parties as a platform to attract to get political power. So when they are not treated well in their party, they tend to move away to where they can go and then grab the the position they want from other parties. Because if it's been ideologically based, if they have been there based on ideology or what the party could do, they will not find it easy to move. They will stay there to actualize their interest because their interest is embedded in that party they initially belong to. But because they don't have anything at stake, nothing at stake apart from power, actualizing power, they find it easy to move. So that is in the context we are going to situate the movement from APC of this big political political bigwig. So we believe that he's moving because it is believed that in APC there is no chances for any other presidential aspirants to be in the party. So if you have any other ambition, you won't realize it on that platform except to move across. And because we know he has that voting ambition to become president, he has to move to another different political party, which and there have been many parties are wooing him to come and to take the position of the presidential candidates. So I think that the basic fact that we don't have ideologically based parties motivates politicians to move across parties. So that is what I believe is behind it.
In your view, what in terms of ideology, is there anything that differentiates the PDP from the APC?
Well, the only thing I can say is the difference that APC capitalized on the problem PDP had and said that they wanted change. Their mantra was change mantra. There was nothing concrete they held on to say this is what we will achieve, apart from change and to fight corruption. These are not ideological things. This is not what people as ideology. These are just maybe your program or whatever somebody has thought about you want to do. Change because Nigerians demanded a change under with Jonathan. People wanted change and they capitalized on that and said they want to change and then to fight corruption. These are the two ills that particular time when the party came on, when the candidates came on board. So there is no difference between the two political parties. No difference. It's not ideology to say you want to come and build roads or you want to come and eliminate corruption. It is how do we develop. Many countries that have developed today are based on ideological basis
of the parties.
Of the parties.
Ruling party.
Yeah, that is why the parties are strong. If you have a strong party, they are based on ideology, and they have any person that comes there implement the party manifesto. For example, now you see in England here, you see David Cameron quit his office. Another prime minister came in. He should not deviate much from what the programs of the party because it's embedded in the manifesto. They all pursue that manifesto. The chancellor pursued that manifesto to come to a particular end. So that is what we call manifesto. It's not individual preferences, but what is embedded on the law. Whatever they're going to do, any law they're going to pass in this country is based on what they have on their manifesto. It's already there for you to see, know the direction they're going. That is what we mean by ideology. You know where we are going in the next 5-10 years. Unlike what you have in our country, it is based on individual presidents or governors' idiosyncrasy. This is what I want to do, and he pursues it. And when he leaves, the other person that comes in chart another course. That's what we.
Honorable, do Nigerians vote on the basis of ideology? You said the political parties are built around individuals. So are Nigerians moved by hang on, PDP has this ideology that suits me. APC has this ideology that suits me. Or ADP has this ideology that suits me. Or CPC. Or is it that, oh yes, it's Atiku today, it's Muhammadu Buhari tomorrow, or is Tinubu next, or is that the basis where Nigerian votes?
Yes, Nigerians actually vote based on the region that they come from influence their decision. Where voting behavioral pattern of the people. Then another thing is apart from the region, the leaders. Well, what kind of leaders are we talking about here? We are talking about leaders who have actually become seasoned corrupt leaders. Leaders who have actually stolen their money, and they are using that money to impress them from one election to the other. So they see these leaders, and that's where godfatherism creeps into the whole equation. They see these leaders as individuals that can make things happen. Like in Southwest, they will say Tinubu is a leader of the Southwest, and you know, he builds other people, he does this, he does that. But people are negating the fact that Tinubu was the governor in Lagos State for 8 solid years, and when he came out, he told everybody that he used that 8 solid years to design the blueprint for development, and everybody bought it. So we are looking at leaders who have actually improved themselves economically through corrupt practices, and when they come out of it, they use that money to lord over the people. So people don't vote based on ideology; they vote based on personalities, and they also vote based on how easy it is for them to do their business. The only reason why APC government is having serious problem in Nigeria today is because the government, APC-led government, lost focus of the Nigerian economy. They took their gaze away from the Nigerian economy. If not for that, APC wouldn't have actually had any problem.
But if you say on that basis the loss, many of the followers of APC will tell you what was the situation of the Nigerian economy before the government. The Nigerian economy was nothing at all. So when the bubble burst, when this party came in, that's when Nigerians actually know the true wealth of the Nigerian economy. That prior to this time, Nigeria was actually thriving on the cost of oil that was good. But then, following that drop, we now know the true value of the Nigerian economy. It's not the problem of the party. Who does that sell?
But the thing is that what indices do we use to measure the progress of government, of a political party in government? We should be looking at this. We are negating the fact that when ex-President Jonathan was there, Nigeria held, was it not 13 investment summit, global investment summit. And global leaders all over Africa and the world came to that summit in Abuja. And they were propping Nigerian economy as the best next investment destination. So these are the things we should be looking at. So when they said that Nigeria is the next best investment destination, the whole world said it. So what changed? A few months later, when Jonathan left office. Okay, recently in the last 2-3 months, they were saying that, oh, Nigeria is ready for business, foreign investors are coming in, investment is booming in Nigeria. Then you sit back, and they did something recently too, and IMF and international agencies were appraising Nigeria economy and the progress the Nigerian government is making with the economy and all that. And I start back. I said, what indices are these people using to come to these various conclusions that Nigerian economy is getting better? In a situation whereby insurgents is on the rise in the south, in the northeast, and people all over the country are clamoring for restructuring. Those who are not clamoring for restructuring, they are talking about other things. So, is there before any capitalist will bring his own capital or money into an economy, the first thing he looks for is social stability. And if you look at Nigeria is not stable socially. So which indices are they using to measure, or are they using to come to the conclusion that the Nigerian economy is improving.
Chukwudi, would have a right that the economy is not, that Nigeria's social economy is not improving?
I would believe that Nigeria is not stagnant, and those experts who come out with all these figures are not. I don't think they are just bench warmers. They are doing their work, and I think that before they can say anything about Nigerian economy, it is based on some verifiable facts. I would believe that, you see, for some time now, when the government came in, oil, the price plummeted, and Nigeria is a mono-product economy most of the time. Oil price went down, but now, you see, oil price is going up. So when they say that the economy is improving, particularly it's maybe because of the fact that oil price is increasing, and when it's increasing, it definitely affects the movements of Nigeria's economy and the gross domestic product and things like that. So I think that we should give the benefit of doubt that when they say it is moving, remember that at the time when it was not moving, they said it was in recession, it was not moving at all. And then we didn't have anything to doubt them. We believed them because Nigerians, there was a kind of crunch in the country. Now, people are seeing some appreciable changes. So I think that Nigerian economy cannot be stagnant because, one, we have the population, we have the population, we have the land, we have the manpower. Except that the manpower and the resources have not been harnessed together. If they harness it together, Nigeria is a behemoth. Economically, is a behemoth, but because of the fact that we lack leaders that can articulate and come up with ideas on how to make Nigeria move forward. That's why Nigeria is
what is the
stagnating.
problem the country has? Is it a policy problem or implementation problem?
Nigeria's problem, somebody said it, a writer said it before, Nigeria's problem is squarely on leadership. On leadership.
If we keep saying Nigeria's problem is leadership, how do we mean leadership?
Leadership that we give you, that we provide the blueprint of action.
So, are we saying we haven't got leaders since 1999 who have produced or have developed blueprints that could develop Nigeria? Or we haven't got leaders that can implement blueprints that have been produced?
Well, both of them. The articulation of that, what we need. For example, when we are growing up, when we were in secondary school, I could remember that Nigeria was being driven on what they call economic development plan. They planned 10 years ahead, 10-year development plan. At that particular point in time, when the government, any government in power, know that Nigeria had a 10-year development plan, program. And in that year, that was when when Gowon and Co. and Obasanjo and who followed him were able to construct bridges in Lagos State and across the country, overhead bridges, be able to build industries. Now, you can go to Nigeria, at the particular point in time was thriving in many things. We had shipping agencies, shipping company. We have airlines. We have many different things under Obasanjo, under Mohammed, and from Gowon era, from 1972. This we read and we saw them. So they had development plan, and that helped us. When we were in school, they gave us assignment on that area. Nigeria development plan, how can you critique it and do that? So we could see where we are going 10 years ahead. But now, people are just only after politicking. How to get the next election, 2019, then the next one, 2023. Everybody is focused on that. Nobody talking about how Nigeria can progress, how the people can be developed. It's not there. Even the budget they do that could help in developing the country, it's not helping us because the money allocated are shared around by individuals. No country can develop that way. No country can develop that way. So I believe that leaders are very, very important. All countries that have achieved whatever they have achieved in this world is because of leadership. When you have good leadership that is positive, that is progressive, things begin to change.
Honorable, Nigerians have been talking about leadership problem, not today, not yesterday, not in the last election, not in the election before that, not in the election before that. When would Nigeria ever get it right with leadership?
I think our leaders...
And what does it take to elect good leaders?
What it takes to elect good leaders is commitment to social welfare programs. A leader who is, in his own private capacity, able to improve input into the economy of the country, develop it, And if he's not actually doing that, he's able to input his own quota or contribute his own quota to development of people around him. Like somebody is able to set up a television station, run it for 5-6 years. You should know that that person, if given the opportunity to run a society, he will not change overnight and do something else. He will be committed to running that society for development. So because you can see that that person is tested already. But in our own situation in Nigeria, leadership ineptitude comes from godfatherism. And the fact that most of our people in Nigeria do not understand education beyond theoretical perspective. One thing is to look, when we were in school back home in Nigeria, when we were in school, we used to memorize. I used to memorize government textbooks. You understand? And when I get to exam hall, I put it down. What I memorize, I write it down. That is good, but that is just. Thank you. That is just education on within theory. It's theory-based education. Because when you now venture out and you see the way they are doing it, oh, you do this, you do that, you see the difference. You understand? But what I'm saying is, our leaders in Nigeria do not know how to use theory that they've learned in the university. How to
if at all they've gone through the university, that is if at all they've gone through the university.
That is it. Thank you very much. That's another factor. So godfatherism, inability to apply education beyond theoretical perspective, and the fact that our leaders are not committed. They are not committed to social development programs. Then number 4 is the fact that there are realities. In every nation of the world, there are realities that we always negate, and our leaders don't understand. And that reality is that there are stakeholders that you cannot, when you are drumming or fashioning your social development policy initiative, you have to factor them in. The first one is the global stakeholders. The second one is the national stakeholders. The third one, regional stakeholders. Then the last one is the community stakeholders. Once you are able to see those realities within the Nigerian nation, and when you are organizing your party and you are drawing up your social development initiative programs, and you factor them in, then there will be development. It will be inclusive. Nobody will feel maligned. Nobody will feel left out. And that is the way to develop an economy. But our leaders don't have that exposure.
Leaders not having the exposure to yeah, go on.
I want to add about leadership, issue of leadership. You see, Nigeria, because the way Nigeria is, we don't allow the best to come up. Because of the best doesn't come out, the mediocres take over. For example, why do all these blue chip companies are making progress? Because they go for the best. But Nigeria, a blue chip company will want to go for a chief executive. They will go the whole world to get the best candidates. For example, today in England here, the governor of the Bank of England is not from this country. But the guy, because he's a professional, they don't care where he comes from. As long as he can deliver, they went for him in Canada and brought him here. In our own country, instead of going for the best, the money bags, who are so, because none of them, most of them, they didn't get their money apart from stealing from Nigeria. They got their money by stealing, one way or the other. Now, they want a president, they don't go for the best. Those who have the money bags, who have the money, come up. Nigerians have not consciously gone for, let us go and choose a leader. They have not done that. People come up because they have money. They come up and say they want to become presidents or governors, and they win the position. Those who are technocrats, who can transform the country, are not involved. So the mediocres are in front, while those who are supposed to be at the forefront are not given a chance. So that is why until we get the leadership, we get the choice how to choose leadership correctly, we can't make any progress.
Can't make any progress until we find out how to choose the best leader that will manage the country. We got to go on a short break now. been getting the signal. I'll go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll continue. And the phone line is still open. You can call into the studio, getting the right leadership as we approach 2019. And that will determine where Nigeria goes next. We'll be back after the short break. Don't go away.
Bavidi Luxury Hotel, the newest home away from home in the Nigerian hospitality industry. 10 minutes only from the local and international airports. It's the perfect spot for your relaxation whenever you are in Lagos. 24-hour non-stop electricity, cozy and colorful rooms, Wi-Fi internet connection, and flat screen cable television. Bavidi Luxury Hotel. Our exquisite restaurant and full bar are simply second to none in taste and style. Bavidi Luxury Hotel. We are located at the posh, serene neighborhood in the Ikeja Business District. Your satisfaction is our first concern, so we train our staff to be professional and personable. Bavidi Luxury Hotel, number 20 Moshood Abiola Crescent, Ikeja, Lagos. Telephone +234 1291 7929 +234 708 287 7512. Bavidi Luxury Hotel, the new home away from home.
You have what it takes to win the Expression Debates Challenge designed to mark 2017 International Anti-Corruption Day. 32 undergraduate teams, 64 voices, 1 platform, 1 mic. Star prizes: first prize 500,000 naira, second prize 300,000 naira, third prize 200,000 naira. Register today and stand a chance to be selected for the regional auditions in Lagos and Abuja in November and the grand finale on December 9th, 2017. The grand finale shall be aired on television platforms. So, are you ready to be the Expression Debates 2017 champions? For participation information and application forms, visit www.youngstarsfoundation.org/the Expression Debates or call 070-3553-5876. Terms and conditions apply. Application closes midnight October 15, 2017. The Expression Debates, powered by Young Stars Foundation.
All right, welcome back. And it's still dialogue in the house. I still have my guest in the studio, Fakunda Shukuri Nwabuko. Guys, thank you for joining us on the program. Let me start with you, Honorable. Now, as Nigerian stars, is Nigeria turning to a two-party state? Technically, we have a lot of political parties, including ADP, including APC, including PDP. But it does seem the battle in 2019 may be between just the PDP and APC. Or are we likely to have a mega party emerging?
I will not limit Nigeria to having a two-party state.
At the moment, there are well over 30 political parties that are registered. But it does seem we only have just 2 major parties, PDP and APC.
But
we are not even getting any information from any other political party. It does seem like that.
Oh, you see, the ADP.
Which one is ADP?
Action Democratic Party.
Okay.
Is a new party.
Registered?
Registered, and a mega party too, because a lot of big wigs, within other parties, are like seeing the virtues in ADP, and they are coming into ADP.
Are we likely to see ADP collapsing into other major big parties or adopting the presidential candidate of other political parties as we approach 2019?
No, they will not adopt just anybody. From my own...
But they may adopt.
No, they are looking for seasoned professionals to lead Nigeria as state governors and presidents. And they are hell-bent on helping the youths and women to develop. And they've got policy in place to actualize that, to make that a reality. So when we are talking about political party, Nigerian being reduced, that's where we digress from, being reduced to two-party.
It does seem.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
We are moving towards a two-party state.
Two-party state. But if that is going to happen, then it will be ADP and one other.
But ADP doesn't seem to be known. They're not. It does seem they're not contributing to political discussions in the state.
Well, having said that, it's a new party. It was just formed in July this year. And before you put your structures and machineries in place to
2019 is just around the corner.
Yeah, but like, you know, supporters are coming, members are coming in.
Okay. All right, I've got a caller there. Emmanuel, thanks for calling into the studio. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Yeah, good morning. Sorry, before the line went off.
All right.
Exactly what happened.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. You see, I thank you guys because you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you, Emmanuel.
By trying to enlighten the entire Nigerian what governance is all about. And again, I have to contribute on the area of ideology and then the lesson we have learned. If I may put it in my own words, I will say the lesson we have learned is not a good one from present administration. You see, because the point is that the political party, when they came into power, they projected that idea, which is positive, okay? But at the long run, they don't practice it. I don't really understand whether they really understand what idea is. Because idea, from my own understanding, I think it was first mentioned by Plato and Aristotle in those days. And then it was concepted in the thoughts and intelligence of mankind. Development, that was the center. But in our own modern society today in Nigeria, they will shift from what it's all about to their own personal greed. And that is why the lesson we learn today, the lesson we learn from the present government is just negative. If you watch any idea that is not rooted, or ideology, according to what you guys are talking here, that is not rooted directly on the economic and political theory of any country. What I mean by that, economic and political theory must be for the positive, building up institutions for the benefit of mankind. Because if you remember, the people that practice it, the philosophers in those days, like Locke, Hume, Kant, Marx, all of them, they rooted everything to the development of mankind. And that mankind means building up the institution for the benefit of the citizens of that country, both in the area of housing, health, electricity, jobs, and all the rest of them. But in our own society today, they have shifted. In Nigeria today, they shifted it from what it's supposed to be to their own personal gain. And that gain is not for the interest. And that is why I said earlier on that the only way for Nigeria to move forward is try to balance the state in the south and the north. One. Secondly, I'm now providing a solution. Secondly, abolish all what we call states. If that is, you are from north or middle belt or south, if they kick it away, and then if you are filling application for form or any entrance, or that is application for job, or what I will call trying to get into university in Nigeria, you don't put state of origin, so that any person coming in as the president will know actually that he is the president of all, and not for the president for people that voted you. That is what is killing. They know what to do. And second, and thirdly, if I may mention another point, is they need to try as much as possible to cut down the National Assembly money and the presidency's money. These are the only basic things. If they do it, then the entire population will be happy no matter where you come from. But when you look at the situation today in Nigeria, you discover that ordinary man on the street, I mean ordinary man, I'm not talking of people that live in Aso Rock or Ikoyi or some, I mean ordinary man that lives in Ajegunle or lives in Oshodi or lives in Iyanakpaja. You discover that these guys, they don't have the basic needs.
Emmanuel, what makes you think ordinary men live in Iyanakpaja?
You say what?
What makes you think ordinary men live in Iyanakpaja?
Yeah, what I meant by that is this.
No, what makes you?
Because I knew how it works like. You see, what I mean is that if you see that people, they will go to...
No, big men also live in Iyanakpaja. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Leverage. Go on, Emmanuel.
Ordinary people on the street, I'm being frank because these are the basic things. They will go to market, they cannot sell. I've been to Lagos when somebody bought something for almost 12,000 and because of hardship, he wanted to sell it for 50 naira just to buy beans to eat. That is not a good development. And then you watch, if you watch this present, what do they call it, entrance, what do they call it, universities, something in Nigeria, you discover that people are handpicked. It is not done on merit. These are the problems Nigeria have. And besides, if you have a president who is being surrounded by, or who is a cabal himself and surrounded by cabal, then how do you expect the country to move forward? It's a president who looked at himself that, oh, all the appointments will go to the people that voted me. A president who looked at himself as all the ministerial posts will go to the old men. A president who will be appointing an ambassador who is almost 80-something years. A president who, under his watch, somebody disappeared in Nigeria, because when they are talking about ideology, I remember this guy from, what do they call it, Imo State or Abia State. I'm not from Abia. This guy from Imo, is it Nnamdi Kalu or Kalu? He's projecting an idea, and this guy is missing in Nigeria. Even Abia people are not talking about it. It might be any person tomorrow. That is a dangerous development in that country. No person, the army that raided, they are not saying anything. They said they don't know. Abaribe, who is the senator, is suing them to court. Ejiofor, who is the lawyer, is saying he spoke to... You see, these are part of... Really, I am so disappointed.
All right, man.
Check the number of people that have disappeared, suicide, killing, violence, kidnapping, within 2 years is more than what has happened in the past 10 years.
All right, Mana, thank you so much for your contribution on the program. Chukwudi, Mana's so painted some very horrific image about the country. It cannot all that be horrific. Is it?
Yeah, from where he gave statistics to justify what he said. Looking back, he mentioned the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. No matter what you have declared him to be, he is still a Nigerian. He has blood in his vein. Nobody is asking about him. As he said, it could be any person. Nigerians should not be so cold-minded, not to ask the authorities who saw him last, what happened to this guy? You know, I don't think it's normal. It's not normal. So we cannot just keep quiet. People should not keep quiet, because it could be anybody. Across the length and breadth of Nigeria today, you see people taking extrajudicial action in Nigeria today. There are some few years ago, when I was in Nigeria, there were what they call Apo 6. 6 guys were killed, shot by police, and it went to the courts. It was said that the court said, confirmed that those people were murdered by policemen, and we are hearing today that one of the officers is being redeployed to the police after he had been asked to be. He was sacked. Nobody is bringing him to question. These are not good things happening in the country. Across the length and breadth of Nigeria, things are happening that not people should begin to ask questions, but nobody is asking questions. Or, as you said, you know what happened before? Somebody in pension who was also indicted for embezzling money and was sacked. They will have to bring him, through the back door, back to the ministry. Well, these are ominous. These are not good for the country, for the image of the country. So I believe that Nigerians have have many things at
So,
stake.
by implication, you think we Nigerians have not learned their lessons?
We haven't learned much. We haven't. Because
Are Nigerians still likely to make more mistakes in the nearest future, 2019, or they will redress the past error?
I don't see them redressing anything because I don't think they're going to redress anything because the same people who put Nigeria in the same system where it is today are still warming up to come in one guise or the other. And the people who put them there are also going about saying these are our people. That's nobody's a saint in Nigeria. If whatever you have against him, that they know they're going to vote for those people. So Nigerians have not learned any lesson. We haven't learned. I don't know why it's like that, but Nigerians it's like they have developed thick skins to go ahead with the suffering in the country.
Honorable, as it is, are we likely going to have a shift, or it's going to be a continuation of the old system?
No. There is going to be a shift of attitude because, like I said earlier on, the situation in Nigeria, economic situation in Nigeria is so dire.
Will that move people to a change of person, or is still going to be somebody coming in, giving them 5,000 naira and buying their food and return to power?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Or people who collect money and still vote with their conscience.
That out. I'm a realist. You can't really weed that out all of a sudden. We have systemic failure in Nigeria. But what I am saying is, from personal experience, as a grassroots politician in Nigeria, in Southwest, to be succinct, what I'm saying is, people are fed up.
People are fed up. Okay, let me take this last call. It's about the last call. Henry, good morning, Henry. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, Henry.
Yeah.
Where are you calling from this morning?
Yeah, I'm calling from London.
Thank you so much. Go ahead and make your point.
Yes, my point is Nigeria has not learned any lesson at all. The only way they can learn lesson is when the judiciary, the law enforcement agents, the DSS, and the rest of law enforcement agents, including the customs and exercise, is being restructured to the states. Because if you look at what is happening in Nigeria now, look at the issue of pardon, minor, NNPC, and currently what is happening within the Magus Circle office. You will understand with me that there is nothing to learn than they are the same people from what they call them PDP and the other parties that merge together and keep on looting the this of the country. They are doing nothing there. Nigeria cannot move forward with this system of government. The head is corrupt. The heads are corrupt. The judiciary is corrupt. The head of the federal government is corrupt. The House of Assembly, the Senate, all the departments are corrupt. It is good if we can be able to develop the power to state, restructure the police, the judiciary, the hospital, everything about Nigeria. I'm not calling for dividing. No, we can remain one country, but develop power to state and restructure the whole system of government. That's the way we can go forward.
All right, Henry, thank you so much for your contribution. It does look like there's no Nigerian you talk to that will tell you they have confidence in any politician.
Because they have failed them. The politicians have failed Nigerians.
So, I mean, look at the way Henry spoke. He said the National Assembly is corrupt, the judiciary is corrupt. They cannot all be corrupt.
No,
but that is what you hear on the streets of Nigeria. That's what our leaders are. That's why probably people will prefer to get paid before they cast their vote, because they see probably an ordinary politician as a corrupt man.
They don't have confidence on the politicians.
Honorable, is that true? Can that be true?
Yeah, you see, that is the reality in the country. Because if you say it is not true, the outcome, it has not actually translated into the development of the people. Mm-hmm. So I cannot say it is not true, because there is nothing to show for governance.
Okay, because of our time. Chukwudi, your last take. How do we move on from here?
Yeah, we move on from here by insisting that Nigerians should, like they will say, shine their eyes. They have once in another opportunity to elect somebody that can transform Nigeria. Nigeria needs to be reformed, as that last caller said. Nigeria needs to be reformed in all aspects. The judiciary, National Assembly, it is too massive. It is too massive. Either one of the arms should be closed down. At least the Senate should be closed. We can make do with that House of Reps, which is more representative of Nigerians. We can make do with them. Cut costs. There's so much corruption in Nigeria, in the civil service, in the judiciary, everywhere, all facets of the country is corrupt. Nigerians should open their eyes and elect somebody who will carry out reforms across the board.
Nigerians, open your eyes as we march towards 2019. Shine your eyes, open your eyes, elect people who can effect the necessary changes that will transform and bring positive growth and development to Nigeria. Of course, we do say yes. We say yes to growth. We say yes to development. We say yes to national empowerment. We say yes to liberalism. We say yes to development. We say yes to everything. We say yes to the movement. Check it out. Movement, yes. And that is the answer to everything. Yes to growth, yes to national development. We believe Nigeria can do it. And Nigerians will do it as we march towards 2019. My sincere appreciation to Honorable Babs Fakponda. Thanks so much for joining us. Chukwudi Wabuko, thanks so much for joining us on the program. My name is Tunde Alabi. Enjoy the rest of your evening as you say yes to national development. Enjoy the rest of your day.